Hello everyone, Deborah Walker here again to talk to you today about conflict. Our Lesson 10 discussion asks us to read case number 10, The Missing Race Case, from our Organizational Behavior book by Uelbein, Schermerhorn, and Osborne to identify the main character Marcia's conflict management style and identify what management style she would have worked better in helping her to achieve her goals. Now, in order to identify Marcia's conflict management style, we must first understand more about what the different conflict management styles are and what situations they work best in. They are competition and authoritative command, avoidance, accommodation or smoothing, compromise, or collaboration and problem solving. Now, before we define them, let's break them down further into levels of assertiveness and cooperation. There are lose-lose strategies, win-lose strategies, and of course, win-win strategies. Now, everybody likes to win, but sometimes win-win strategies may not be achievable. Now, let's take a look at what the 5 conflict management or conflict resolution styles entail and when they should be used. The first one is the competition and authoritative command style, also known as my way or the highway. This would be considered a win-lose strategy. Now, this is characterized by high assertiveness and low cooperation. It's where one person in authority, such as a manager, makes the decision. It's like it or lump it. It may not address the underlying cause of the conflict, and the conflict will actually fester and possibly rise up again. However, this style can be effective in times of crisis or when unpopular decisions must be made quickly. The next one is avoidance. Now, this is just like how it sounds, do nothing and hope the conflict will go away. This is actually a lose-lose strategy where nobody wins. This is used for trivial matters or as a cooling off technique. The other one is the accommodation or smoothing style. This also has a lose-lose strategy because the focus is on creating harmony and not resolving the conflict, basically. This style is used best when issues are more important to one side or the other. The next one is compromise. It's also considered a lose-lose strategy because each party must give up something in order to get something. It's characterized by a moderate amount of cooperation and assertiveness. This style is best used to reach temporary solutions when time is limited. And the last one is collaboration and problem solving. Now, this is a win-win strategy because it focuses on permanently resolving the issue when both parties feel as if they have ample time to resolve the problem and budgets allow. Now, with this of course is an ideal strategy to pursue, but it's not always practical. Now that we understand these styles and strategies, let's examine the case. Now, Marcia was a professor that was actually poached from private university and was promised the moon by the department head, Professor Massey, from Central University. So she moved and she went to Central. Now, in her new position, her goals were to introduce new courses and to do some research and publish her work, and possibly even do some consulting work. Although she was new, Marcia did very well. And of course, she was led to believe that certain metrics of performance, which is what we basically just talked about, her doing the new classes and doing some research and having it published and so forth, would be considered. She would be considered at the top in the category for a raise. She was successful, and she felt she deserved it. Now, apparently, Fred had been avoided discussing the raise with Marcia, and she found out about her raise in a very impersonal way through a computerized notice. Fred was obviously using an avoidance style, conflict management style, by not even addressing the issue with Marcia. Now, Marcia complained that she thought she was in the running for the top raise to Fred when she found out, but she was reassured by him that his justification of writing past inequities for other professors was fair, but that he was pleased with her performance, trying to, of course, placate her. However, He was using his position as an authority figure over her to make an unpopular decision, and he didn't budge. Now, Marcia's satisfaction with his justification illustrates an accommodating style. She brought it up and accepted his explanation. She thought it was more important to the institution at the time and gave up on her position and didn't want to rock the boat. Furthermore, she figured by not creating a big stink, she would build more credits with Fred for future raises. However, the underlying issue was not resolved. She still was not compensated fairly. Furthermore, it was not fair for her to adjust for past discrepancies when she wasn't even there when they happened. So when she heard that other professors who complained about the unfairness, they got their adjustments. Now she was livid at that point, and you know, the issue was not resolved, and it resurfaced. So the end result was that she went from star performer to disgruntled professor, who is now disengaged from the institution and who's basically seething with anger. She's ready to jump at any opportunity that offers her better rewards for her efforts. Now, what could Marcia have done differently? Well, she could have pursued the strategy of upward referral and taken her position to the dean. And then, by using a collaborative or problem-solving approach to conflict resolution with the dean. Apparently, it was an effective strategy for the other professors who complained. There certainly was time to work on the problem. Maybe the dean could have redistributed the money from the others at the lower end of the raise range. Or maybe he or she could have taken it from elsewhere in the budget. Either way, Marcia would have been happier and the university would not lose a great professor. Now, one final thought here. Anytime you have people working together in groups, there are eventually going to be conflicts, but it's how you handle those conflicts that makes all the difference in the quality of the outcome. Thanks for watching.